Can you imagine it? Something as simple as spending just 3 minutes every morning can make the difference between a life full of energy and one where frustration becomes your constant shadow. Many men, once they reach 60, start to feel their bodies no longer respond the way they used to. The energy that once flowed naturally now seems to have faded away, and the saddest part is, they accept that feeling as something unavoidable, as if it were a punishment of age. But the truth is, science has shown it's not that way. Age itself isn't the real enemy, it's the circulation that feeds every corner of your body, especially those tiny blood vessels that keep your sexual organs alive and healthy. A Harvard study revealed something that completely changed the way we understand erectile dysfunction. More than 70% of cases are not caused by low testosterone, but by poor blood flow in the tissues of the penis. What's most surprising is that this deterioration often starts with small morning habits that seem harmless, but over time, they block your body's natural ability to respond. I'm Dr. Carolina Velez, a specialist in men's health with many years of experience working with men over 60. After more than 20 years of listening to stories, treating patients, and seeing up close how life changes when men regain their vitality, I've come to a clear conclusion: the way you start your mornings determines how your nights will end. What you do in those first few minutes can either awaken your body or sink it deeper into fatigue. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple 3-minute routine that has helped improve circulation, reactivate natural hormones, and restore strength in many men who thought their intimate life was over. You don't need pills, expensive therapy, or invasive treatments. You only need discipline and the right knowledge. And if you stay until the end, I'll share a little known tip that has transformed the confidence of many men in just 1 week. But first, I'd like to invite you to tell me in the comments which part of the world you're watching from, and if you value your health, your intimate life, and your relationship, subscribe to the Senior Health and Wellness channel and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss any advice. Now, let me tell you something that maybe no one has explained before. That feeling of defeat you see in the mirror don't mean your body has given up. Your system is still waiting for the right signal. The problem isn't in your desire or your mind, but in those inner channels that have become stiff over time. Doctors call this endothelial dysfunction. When blood vessels can't expand, the blood doesn't flow, and your vitality simply doesn't respond. Think of your penis like a sponge. If the channels are open, it fills with life. If they're blocked, it stays empty no matter how hard you try. But here's the powerful truth: this damage is not permanent. Your body can repair itself if you give it what it needs: proper hydration, smart nutrition, and the right kind of movement. These things stimulate nitric oxide, the molecule that cleans and opens your blood vessels. I've seen men who had lost all hope recover their energy, confidence, and intimate life just by changing their mornings, and you can do it too. The real first step is to stop blaming a gene, start paying attention to those small daily choices that may seem unimportant, but over time, make all the difference in your vitality. Age is not the limit. Your body is still capable. It's just waiting for the right signals to wake it up. So, my dear viewer, if you're still here, I'm truly glad, because it means you really care about your health. Leave me a sign in the comments. Type the number 1, so I know you're still with me and ready to discover what can truly transform your life. I want to talk to you about something many men overlook: the morning mistakes that quietly harm your sexual health without you noticing. What you do the moment you open your eyes isn't just a small detail, it's the key. For years, I fell into the same trap. I'd wake up, check my phone first thing, rush through breakfast, and leave the house with no energy, wondering why my body wasn't responding. I didn't realize that morning isn't an insignificant time. It's a crucial biological window that sets the tone for your hormones, your circulation, and your energy throughout the day. Imagine a typical morning. You wake up feeling sleepy, check your phone, skip water, barely move, and head out on an empty stomach. Maybe you grab a strong cup of coffee thinking it will give you energy, but in truth, after a whole night, your body is dehydrated, your blood thickens, your vessels tighten, and the flow to your intimate area drops sharply. The nitric oxide, that essential molecule that keeps your vessels open and flexible, hasn't yet activated, and the cells that should boost your energy remain switched off. In medicine, this moment is known as the early physiological activation phase, a decisive period. If you don't take advantage of it, You spend the rest of the day with your system running at half power. It affects not only your sexual vitality, but also your mood and your ability to connect emotionally. I clearly remember a 68-year-old Petitwo came to my clinic. He hadn't felt any natural morning response for over 3 years. His eyes showed resignation, convinced nothing could change. But once he fixed the basics, hydrating right after waking, moving gently for 3 minutes, and choosing a nourishing breakfast in just 2 weeks, he told me with surprise and emotion that he woke up feeling manly again. Those small changes awakened a power he thought was lost. That's why I insist don't look for complicated solutions before fixing your morning routine. It's those tiny habits, repeated daily, that reprogram your body from within. If you want to reactivate your vitality, start with the simplest steps. And if you're wondering exactly how to do each morning to turn your natural reflexes back on, in the next part, I'll guide you step by step through a practical routine of just 3 clear and effective actions that have already helped hundreds of men restore their sexual function supply naturally and for the long term. When I first revealed this method, many reacted with disbelief. Doctor, that's all I need to do. No pills, no machines? And I always tell them the same thing. Your body doesn't need to be forced. It just needs to be awakened with the right signal at the right time, the most receptive moment. The instant when your body is ready to receive that signal is right when you get up in the morning. That's when your system is most sensitive to any stimulus. So it's crucial to make use of it. What you do in those first minutes sets the rhythm for the rest of your day. Just 3 simple actions, which I often teach my patients, have become the foundation for restoring blood flow and naturally balancing hormones. The first step is to hydrate with plain water. No sugary juices, no cold drinks with ice, no additives, just room temperature water. It might seem like a small thing, but after several hours of sleep, your body wakes up slightly dehydrated and your blood becomes thicker. That density makes circulation harder, and when circulation slows, vitality fades. Drinking 2 glasses of water in the morning reactivates your bloodstream, cleans your system, and helps produce nitric oxide, that miracle molecule that expands blood vessels and allows strong blood flow to the pelvic area. It's the first step to help your body respond the way it used to. The second step is gentle movement. And let me make something clear. I'm not talking about intense workouts or hours in the gym, just 2 or 3 minutes of stretching, joint rotations, deep breathing, or slow walking around the house is enough. These simple gestures activate your nervous system, wake up your muscles, and direct blood toward the areas that need it most, including the tiny vessels that nourish your genitals. It's like starting a car engine before driving. Without that warm-up, energy just doesn't flow. The third step is choosing a breakfast that doesn't block your progress. Many men make the mistake of starting their day with sugars, refined flours, or saturated fats that inflame the arteries and slow down circulation. The ideal choice is food that nourishes and strengthens you. Boiled eggs, antioxidant-rich fruits like strawberries or blueberries, unsweetened Greek yogurt, nuts, or pumpkin seeds. These foods not only support your body's natural testosterone production, but also keep your arteries flexible and your nerves more sensitive, restoring the connection between your mind, your body, and your intimacy. I've seen many men return to my clinic after just 5 days of following these 3 steps. What they told me was incredible. They slept better, thought more clearly, and felt strong again. And it wasn't just a physical change, it was something deeper. Their eyes showed vitality and hope. When these simple actions become routine, your body shifts into a balanced biological state where your hormones, circulation, and emotions all work together. That's what truly changes life. And if you want to go even deeper into this process, there's a natural component you can add to your routine to strengthen these signals even more. It's something I'll share in the next part, because it has made a real difference in the lives of many of my patients. Thank you from the heart for staying with me until this point. Please leave the number 3 in the comments so I know you're still with me on this journey. I clearly remember Mr. Richard, a 66-year-old man, a retired school principal, who came to my office with a dull look in his eyes and a silence that spoke louder than words. After a few minutes of talking, he sighed deeply and said, "I thought I did everything right in my life, except keeping my manhood. That sentence hit me hard. It wasn't just a physical problem that was consuming him, it was the loss of something that defined his identity and his confidence, and like him, many men carry that same burden in silence, not knowing that the answer is within their reach. Every single morning, when I suggested a simple morning routine, he didn't resist. I told him about the same 3 basic steps you've shared with many other patients. And I said firmly, you don't need drastic changes, just 7 days. Do it consistently. And then we'll review what happens together. A week later, I received a short message in my inbox, just a few words, but filled with deep emotion. Today I woke up and felt like I'm coming back. Only someone who has spent months, even years, in silence and disappointment can understand what those words mean, because for a man, a morning erection isn't just a physical reflex, it's a vital sign. It's proof that blood is still flowing well, that hormones are still active, and that the body still knows how to respond. After many years of working with older men, I've come to understand something truly valuable. True change doesn't happen overnight or come as a stroke of luck. It grows through small, quiet transformation. Shanta become more visible with time, and the most powerful part is that with every improvement, your confidence slowly begins to rebuild. We're not talking about expensive pills, painful treatments, or temporary fixes. We're talking about a natural response from your own body awakening through simple morning signals that raise nitric oxide, improve circulation, balance hormones, and gradually restore a more stable and reliable sexual function. There's something very important I want you to understand clearly. This is not a quick fix. It's not a one-day trick or a magic pill that promises instant results. What I teach is a constant dialogue with your body, a daily commitment that gently guides it back to balance. And here's the truth you must embrace: this isn't about a temporary repair. It's about reclaiming your vitality in a lasting way. I understand how frustrating it feels when your body doesn't respond like before, when your energy drops, when your performance declines. The temptation to look for quick fixes is huge, but after more than 2 decades helping men over 60, I can assure you of one thing: real recovery comes from consistency, not shortcuts. Every time you hydrate, first thing in the morning, move your body, even for a few minutes, and choose foods that nourish your hormone instead of grabbing whatever's easiest. You're sending your body a clear message: I'm still in the game. Your body hasn't failed because of age, it's simply been waiting for the right signals. And when you give those signals each morning with patience and discipline, something remarkable begins to happen. Your vessels become more flexible, your circulation improves, your nerves awaken, and your hormones naturally align to their best level. The changes are noticeable. They might not be dramatic at first, but they're real. You'll find a clearer mind during the day, a deeper sleep at night, and most importantly, a renewed confidence that doesn't depend on how you look but on knowing you're back in control of your own body. And the most inspiring thing is this: when these changes are done consistently, not only does your intimate health improve, but your whole life changes. Your relationships, your emotions, even how you see yourself. So, if you've already tried what I showed you and felt even a small spark of difference, celebrate it. That's huge. It's the sign that your body is responding, that it's waking up. You don't need to do it perfectly. Just keep showing up every morning, because it's those small, steady choices that rebuild your strength from the ground up. Now you know the truth. Decline doesn't come from age, but from blocked circulation. And the solution isn't in pills, it's in your daily commitment to your body. 2 glasses of water, 3 minutes of movement, and a smart breakfast. These aren't just habits. They're the key to reactivating your body's natural foundations fully, naturally, and for the long term. Never forget this: your body hasn't given up on you. It's just waiting for you to take the first step toward healing. If this message helped you, I invite you to subscribe to Senior Health and Wellness and turn on notifications, because what's coming next is backed by science and specially designed for men over 60 who still want to live their best years to the fullest. Thank you for staying with me until the end. You're doing this for your health, your energy, and to take back control of your life.